as long as that module gets to your gin lot and is intact, and you pick it up and you get it to the feeder floor and you cut it in the right position, you're going to eliminate 99% of cotton contamination.
It is important to train gin crews on safe techniques for removing and inspecting module covers and wraps prior to the height of the ginning season. There are a number of systems now in place to unwrap round modules at the gin. While several of these systems read the radio frequency identification device, or RFID, located in the Tama wrap, there are some systems that do not. Gin personnel always need to be vigilant and on the lookout for loose plastic. Knowing where to cut and cutting in the correct area will drastically reduce the risk for contamination, but does not eliminate the need to be vigilant when looking for loose plastic.
Well, we're always cutting 180 degrees, is that right, Keith? As close to 180 degrees as we can, opposite that tag. If we cut right there, we're cutting through everything, and the tail and all the other parts of that wrap stays intact. If you cut it in the wrong place, and you got this much of that much of that tail, then that little sliver of plastic is nothing's holding it. So it can just go in there.
If the system does not automatically position the module, cut the wrap on the upper half of the module. This allows for easier inspection and removal of wrap pieces that may have been created in the cutting process. Cutting on the bottom half of the module increases the possibility of loose portions of wrap getting covered up with cotton and not being removed before ginning. Always remember to safeguard workers by following normal lockout-tagout procedures when removing potential contaminants from machinery. Shut down a piece of equipment or the entire gin if needed until the job is complete.
We have come up with hopefully an idea and trying to be as proactive as we can to help you at the gin to eliminate as much contamination as possible with round module wrap.
During the 2018 season, Tama will implement a new Tama cut indicator to the RMW to assist in finding the safe cutting zone, minimizing the risk of cotton contamination.
And what we're showing is pairs of scissors that go all the way across the module, the whole 9 foot. And then it's going to say cut, it says cut across the top, it says cut below this line anywhere from the line down to 3 foot. And if you cut there, you're going to get all the wrap. You're not going to have that one piece that's about this wide and 9 foot long that can get into the feeder floor.
The safe cutting zone is 1 meter, or about 3 feet, from the Tama cut indicator.
This is our Z-lock. That's what makes the wrap separate at this point, attach the tail to the finished product, and then doesn't leave any adhesive whatsoever on the module next portion going in to feed the module. So this is the leading edge of the next portion. And what you get then is a nice finished tail with the metallic label here, and then you can kind of see, if I turn this a little bit, you can see the cut line. Okay, and so what we're saying is from this cut line, which is here, 3 feet down, in between here and the 3 feet, the estimated 3 feet, you cut it, whether it's with an automatic rotating machine or cutting a lot of them by hand. If you cut it right here, that wrap is going to unfold and it's all going to come off in one piece, just one cut. That's right, one cut.
If you cut that right now, it'll come all in one piece?
Yeah, it will. I tape it right there, but it comes off here, and you can even, I'll pass this around.
In smaller modules, such as one that is ejected at the end of the day or when finishing a field, the safe cutting zone may move, so extra care should be taken when opening those modules to make sure small pieces of wrap do not enter into the cotton. The safe cutting zone is 180 degrees from the white metallic label with the barcode and serial number, located about 15.5 inches above the RMW tail.
We get plastic in the gin, we don't know when it's coming out in the bale.
You know, we stop and there'll be plastic wrapped around the disperser cylinders. Don't know how long it's been in there and how many, you know, it could contaminate a lot of bales.
Starting at the module feeder, check the entire ginning system at regular intervals for module wrap or other debris. Discard any loose material to prevent wrap and feeder head and lint contamination during the ginning process. All non-wrap foreign material should be placed in secure containers away from module feeders and gin equipment. A compactor is recommended near the unwrapping location to package all plastic from the round module ginning process. Deposit all plastic fragments from the gin yard and feeder floor entrance in the compactor to reduce the chance of plastic contamination. Modules must be placed close together without gaps on the feeder floor to ensure constant feeding into the gin. If modules are placed with their axis oriented parallel to the feeder floor travel direction, feeder sidewalls, approximately 5 feet high, may be needed to contain unwrapped modules. Modules placed onto a roller-style feeder floor with the axis oriented parallel to floor travel direction may need increased friction between the rollers and the unwrapped modules. Welding iron rods to every other roller to maintain clearance or applying slip-resistant paint may be required. These modules should also have suitable feed rate control or an accumulator to compensate for the peaks and valleys of the modules. For moving head feeders, modules should be placed on the concrete slab with the module axis oriented perpendicular to the travel direction to control seed cotton spillage. Always remember to safeguard workers when removing potential contaminants from machinery. Shut down a piece of equipment or the entire gin if needed until the job is complete.